Hi, I'm Tim from the Heresy group. Now this is a little bit of a rare video. We don't often do reviews of repro or much lower end kit. And this is a repro by the guys over at TMC of this Spiritus system, chassis, shoulder straps and also the dangler and accessories here. Before we move any further into this, I do want to kind of have a bit of a disclaimer here as to why I picked this up, because already, even after posting it on Instagram a few weeks back, I did instantly get, well, why not just buy Spiritus, you know, this is not going to be as good, blah blah blah, so on and so forth. When I was shopping for my FMA bump lid, which I got a few weeks back, I've been running FMA bumps for a little while. I've been trying to get my hands on a Team Wendy. I genuinely spent weeks and weeks and weeks, if not months, trying to get hold of a Team Wendy. The prices that come back were around the €400 mark. At the time, Team Wendy LTP X-Fills were on Optics Planet for $212. So under half the price. That retails about £170. Bearing in mind, I was, going to be paying close to £380 to get one out of Europe. So for me at the time, it just didn't seem feasible enough. I did get the copy. I am really impressed with it. I haven't run it out much, but if you want to check it out, there's a video back on the channel. So this was in the sidebar of the website that I was shopping on. This is a kind of clone of the Spiritus systems. It was up for $55, which equates to, at the time, about £33. Incredible, considering the insert kit for these things is about 25 quid in the UK without any of the rest of it. And I know that Richie paid an extortionate price for his full setup from Spiritus. Now, there is going to be some differences between the two, of course. When this came through, I was impressed with the quality. We do have things like bar tack stitching, we do have the elasticated loops on here, same as the Spiritus. You do have the half flap that's included, you get the full dangler that's included, you have the waistband, waist straps, you get the fly package. You really do get the full package when you buy this at a significantly cheaper cost. This is in the multicam black material. It does say Cordura material on here. Whether it is official or not, I genuinely don't know. I actually don't also know how to test it. The pattern itself is very, very good. These patches on the front are from the guys over at Tack Belts UK, and they use 100% legit official material. So this is official multicam black, and you can see the multicam black pattern on this rig is very, very close in coloration. Now, yes, it's a little bit lighter on the front where they've sprayed the Velcro, but I would imagine that will die off in a very short period of time, and once it's been used a little while. The rest of it on the straps, it does feel like the pattern is sprayed on, but you do see that with a lot of the multicam black nylon straps. I think that's because it's very hard to dye them in or stitch in that pattern without losing that kind of darkness and dark coloration. The stitch all over is very, very good, and one of the most impressive things for me is the dangler. Now, no, the zips aren't YKK, they're not as solid. I have broken many of these zips before on cheaper kit, back in the day, and actually on other people's kit as well. But all in all, the actual stitch and material quality and the finish is actually very, very good and very similar to the Spiritus systems setup. Now, I know Spiritus were unhappy the fact that their product had been cloned, but I can imagine that is the case for a lot of military kit manufacturers out there. You look at the 6094, you look at some of the the early Mayflower rigs, the grandfathers of plate carriers are really everything underneath is some way, shape or form a descendant of those platforms. There's probably ones before that I personally don't know about that the 6094 inherited things from. So yes, it is annoying that it's been cloned, but at the same time it's one of those things that does happen within the market. Now, I'm not telling you not to buy a Spiritus and to go and buy one of these. I think that the Spiritus definitely is made to a higher standard, although I haven't had them side by side yet, just from memory of me reviewing the Spiritus before. We are going to do a side by side video soon between Richie's Spiritus and this. Again, my thought process was, if this works incredibly well, I'll keep it. If it is a good piece of kit, but I don't feel like it's going to work particularly well for me, I was going to give it away. And if it's absolute garbage and come, with very bad stitching, falling apart, to be honest, I'll just bin it. Yes, it's a loss of £30, but it is what it is. Up to now, I've been very, very impressed with the quality. As I mentioned, bar tack stitching, a complete replica, nice scale, you know, it's nice and square, the edges are finished nicely, you know, it's double stitched in the places where it needs to be, even spinning round to the back, it's finished incredibly well. We've got bar tack stitching on the rear straps, you know, nice angles, a nice, you know, consistent shape between, you know, the left and right side, which is sometimes an issue with China kit. They sometimes seem a little bit mismatched. Now the back panel isn't as nicely finished here, we've just got some soft-sided Velcro, but the rear panel of the dangler is finished really, really well. You've got bar tack stitching in all of the key places for reinforcement, and then you've got this single line of nice stitching over the shoulder straps, and it does feel very, very comfortable when it's on. So for me, I do want to run this out and give it a go. It is, in first impressions, a very, very good copy and set at a very, very competitive price. You know, looking at £35 odd for the whole thing, which is absolutely, you know, outrageous. Really, when you look at, you know, there's a lot of danglers on the market for 30 quid. So, you know, for me, the pricing around this is incredible. The one thing that does jump out to me is the buckles and the ancillary pieces. You know, they don't feel as rugged or as durable as the ones that do come with the Spiritus, and as soon as I click them together, you get that very high pitched sort of ting, pang sort of noise. And I would be concerned that over time they may break, especially in the real cold temperatures. The caveat to that is that you can buy these clips online from a lot of sort of retailers, especially military retails, and you can get 4 of these clips for about £7, and they will be heavily durable clips. You can also pick these up on eBay for about 30p each, even high grade quality ones. So you could potentially replace all the clips on this for under £10 if you really needed to. I am impressed with this. I'm not advocating sort of clone stuff, and you know, we're not going to be going into the bargain bucket of a lot of the China stores, but for me, I did want to bring this to the channel. I will run it out, I will give it a bit of a go and let you guys know how I get on with it. If it is garbage again, we'll be going out to grab myself a Spiritus, but at the moment this does feel like it will fulfill the role, especially so I'm not going to be using it all the time. Any questions, any comments, any feedback about this, please make sure you put it in the comments box below. Anything particular that you want to know, again, in the comments box below, and your thoughts and opinions on the kind of repro of the Spiritus system setup. Thank you very much for watching, guys, and I will see you